What's up, everybody? This is a Stack Card special interview edition series. I know Kevin used to say that a lot back in the day. I'm here with Robbie E today, one half of the bromance. Incredible wrestler. Definitely has developed a lot. Started in 2000 and has just worked his way to the top to get where he is today and potential future tag team champion. And the way the decay has been going recently with Rosemary, aligning with Bram. Also, you have Crazy Steve Abyss. This seems to be some kind of tension between that team. So this would be the perfect time for the bromance to capitalize. So I got Robbie right here, New Jersey native. We're gonna get him on, and yeah, we're gonna do a nice little interview for you. Hey Robbie, how's it going?
Good, what's going on, man?
So, welcome to the Stack Card podcast. It's great to have you on.
I am happy to be here, but bro, come on. I'm Robbie C. You got to give a bigger introduction than that. You didn't say I'm a former X Division champ, television champ, two-time tag team champ, best hair in pro wrestling history. I mean, you got to hype me up a little bit more than just hi, Robbie.
Well, I was going to get to that. Also, you forgot to mention that for the television champ, you beat former TNA superstar Eric Young, who is like one of the best in the world at what he does. Also, for the X Division championship, you didn't just win the X Division championship, you beat Ring of Honor's elite wrestler right now. You beat Jay Lethal for that X Division title. So, also, tonight, Eddie Edwards fighting for the world title. You beat him in the world title series, if anybody forgets, a few months back. So,
Hey, I'm Robbie. I've been with TNA for over 6 years, and those are a few of the huge names that I have victories over. If you really dig deep into it and we talk long, I can mention a bunch of others because I've also beaten someone by the name of the charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy, fair and square in the ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by count out.
yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that. You've beat a lot of people in TNA, and surprisingly, I don't believe you've had a world title shot, have you?
I have never actually had a world title shot. I'm 32 years old. I'm a 16-year veteran, and it is on my list. I want one. I want the title. I want to say I've been a world champion. I think I'm good enough to be a world champion, and I want to be a Grand Slam champ at TNA and say I've held every title. So, maybe not in my close future because right now I'm more, focused with Jesse on the bromance and tag team thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's in the back of my head. I haven't forgotten that I haven't had a world title shot, and I will get my time.
Of course, and you're a veteran, and I must say your in-ring work is just incredibly improved. I've seen you do like a new set of moves that I've never really seen you do before. So, have you been training differently, different style to what you've been doing?
No, I think it's just a case of, I've gotten to showcase my talents a little bit more. I've been in positions where I've had a little bit more time, and I've been in with opponents who have brought the best out of me and made me have to step up my game. And, when bromance weren't around and all these new young guys coming up and doing all this crazy stuff, I got to show my ground and show them that I can still hang with them. So it's not that I'm training differently or doing anything new. I think I just kind of have been saving myself and keeping all of that stuff hidden in a back deep secret pocket, and now I'm little by little taking them out of that pocket.
Yeah, I would certainly say, and also your chemistry with Jesse is out of this world. I mean, I've seen you guys do incredible tag team moves in the ring, especially now going for the tag titles. Now, the Decay seems to have a little bit tension within the faction, with Rosemary getting involved with Bram. Right now could be the perfect time to capitalize, especially after that six-person tag you guys had with them, defeating them. Was it last week?
Yeah, well, we gave them a run for their money at the pay-per-view at Slammiversary 2016. We had a great match with them, and we were this close to winning the titles and becoming three-time champs. it didn't pan out our way. We're not going to complain about it. We're going to go back, do our thing, and just wait till we get another shot. And we had a six-man tag with them on Impact last week. We beat them. We proved that we could beat them. So now we're just waiting to get our next shot. And, we'll get it. We will get it, and we will win the title.
Of course, and I'd say you guys are probably the next ones up to go for the title, because if you look at the tag teams in TNA, you see there's Baron Dax and Basil Baraka, who haven't been on TV in quite some time. Phenomenal athletes, though, and I like what they're doing with Al Snow. Also, Mahabali Shera and Grado. The bromance have been very, very consistent, so I think you guys are definitely in line. And then you got your former friend DJZ, well, your former partner. I'm sure he's still your friend. Former partner DJZ going for the X Division title, so that's going to be pretty awesome. If you all three you can capture gold at the same time.
Yeah, just because we're not rolling with Z doesn't mean that we're still not buddies with him. We are. And he's doing his thing, we're doing our thing. One other team that is floating around TNA are Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett, Helms Boys. So they're kind of up and coming. They're doing the X Division and tag team thing, so they're another team that, we kind of keep a look out for. But, yeah, it is what it is. We're staying positive. And, even Z being an X Division guy, he's kind of teaching us a thing or two. There's Jeffy's doing a springboard now. I'm doing some different stuff. We're kind of getting some of those ideas from our boys, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can tell definitely a lot more high-flying moves from you guys. And I have one question when it comes to who you've faced off thus far. Who would you say has been the greatest challenge you've had to face up against in the ring?
It's always a hard question. I've been in with so many at different times in my career. It's hard to say what has really been the biggest challenge. It was always a thing where you just got to step your game up when you're in the room with Kurt Angle or Jeff Hardy or Bully Ray. And I've been in the ring with them as many, as well as many other greats, the Wolves. So there's really no set answer I have for that. You know what I mean? It's just different circumstances lead to bringing the best out of me.
Of course, yeah, and different wrestlers have different styles as well. So when you go into the ring with them, do you usually adjust to their style, or do you usually just stick with your style and make them adjust to your style?
You know what? I'm Robbie E. I am Robbie E. The greatest wrestler shouldn't really change what they do. You find a way for it to work. You find a way for it to click. So no matter who I'm in the ring with, I'm always going to be who I am. I'm always going to be Robbie E.
Of course, yeah, I know what you mean. Definitely have been incredible in the ring, and you're very charismatic as well. I know recently Jesse and Raquel have been keeping that secret from you because they didn't want you to know about Rosemary kissing Bram. They were afraid you'd spill the beans, so.
Well, if you do kind of know me from watching me on TV, you kind of, I always got to be doing something, so I'm always running my mouth or telling secrets or gossiping. So I guess that was a pretty smart move not to tell me, because I probably would have ran it and yelled and shouted it out loud.
After all, you were on an MTV show a few years back. Is that correct?
What show is
that? I gotta pull it up. But I seen something that you were on an MTV show. I know you were also on The Amazing Race a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah, well, the MTV show I was just on for an episode. Me and Rob Terry, we were just kind of judges on it, helping him train in wrestling.
Cool.
But as for, The Amazing Race on CBS, I did a full season of that, made it to the final. That was a wild experience for sure.
Yeah, it must have been completely different from what you're used to. How do you even prepare for something like The Amazing Race? Just all those risks you have to take.
There really is no way to prepare for it. People hear it and they say, "No, race, it's fitness, you're going to be good," but it's mental, it's luck, it's timing. There's so much that goes into it. There's really no way to properly train for it because you have to expect the unexpected. You don't really know what they're going to throw at you. So it's wild.
Yeah, it sounds pretty wild. And I also wanted to say congratulations to you and your wife. You guys are, your wife is pregnant with twins who is expected in November. So congratulations on that as well. awesome. Yeah, I mean, maybe right on Halloween, who knows?
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was recently reading an article interview you did. I think it was with a muscle website for working out. You guys are also doing some kind of training for this as well, like a pregnancy workout.
Yeah, well, my wife is, she's in the fitness industry, so fitness is her life.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, even being pregnant with twins, she's got to find a way to stay, fit and in shape, not just to look good, but for health reasons. And, yes, she's pretty crazy about it. So she's doing some yoga and teaching her body pump, which are weight classes, just to stay in shape.
That's awesome. And I'm sure having you as a partner helps a lot because sure you know a bit about fitness, so I'm sure you could throw her some tips, she throws you some tips, and together it's just one healthy couple.
Yeah, no, she still teaches me things.
That's awesome. So yeah, I know TNA has definitely been on the rise. They've always been one of the best companies for me, just because if you want to see everything happen, you could see it on Impact. I mean, if you want to see just straight up professional wrestling alone, Ring of Honor might be suit you more, just because it's a less gimmicks, a less storytelling as far as microphones go and whatnot. WWE has more of a storytelling as far as microphones go. Impact, I feel like with Abyss and those, Bram and whatnot, you have that once in a while that crazy hardcore side that comes out, and we'll see monsters ball matches, and then the X division is high flying. The knockouts are always at the top of their game. I feel like everything that you want to see, you could see it on Impact. And every week we've
Yeah,
been.
you get a little bit of everything. X Division's high flying, hard hitting. You get some hot chicks wrestling, who are the greatest women wrestlers in the world. You get the big stars. I mean, yeah, and you get hardcore stuff. You definitely get a little bit of everything.
You do, and recently, I mean, every week it's either been a six sides of steel or a world title match, or I mean, shall we mention the final deletion, which was insane, something we've never seen in wrestling before.
You know what? Anything different in 2016 is good, and anything that gets people talking is good. And I gotta say, the final deletion has been one of the most, talked about things in wrestling in a while. So props to Matt Hardy and Jeff for putting the whole thing together, and they're awesome.
They really are, and just the matches leading up to the final deletion as well. I know a lot of people saw just the final deletion either through Twitter or Facebook. But those matches they put on at Slammiversary, also on Impact, the Six Sides of Steel match, and I believe it was a Full Metal Mayhem match they had on Impact as well. So, just insane.
Yeah, and I don't think their feud is done. I think they still got a lot left.
No, of course, yeah, they're definitely high flying, just risk taking, both of them, and I think we're seeing Matt Hardy better than we've ever seen him. I'm happy that he's finally getting that spotlight to really shine. Because, back in the day, he had that Matt Hardy version 1. And he was great in the Cruiserweight division. Also, always great in the tag division. But I feel like now it's time for him to show that he wasn't just living in Jeff's shadow. The both of them are incredible competitors. And, yeah, I mean, I really hope the fans realize that,
And they do. I think they do, and they're taking it all in, and they're enjoying this feud. But of course, in the back of their minds, they want the Hardys to be back together again one day. And you never say never in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Dudley Boys. They're still kicking in WWE, so.
Exactly.
As far as you go and your wrestling style, you've been in multiple tag teams. Who would you say is your favorite tag team of all time, just from a fan standpoint, other than your own, obviously?
I hate to answer a lot of these questions with an I don't know, but it's I always loved pro wrestling when I was younger, but I was never that guy who had that one person or one team or one match that really drove him to do things. Like, it was just pro wrestling in general. So, I liked a lot of tag teams when I was younger, but there wasn't one tag team that pops in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, because also in tag team matches, it takes two teams to make a match. So if you're looking back at those Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys, and Dudley Boys days, I mean, all three teams brought something to the table, you know? So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to
No,
single
I know.
out. Yeah, I know what you mean. Now, is there somebody you haven't faced in your career that you would like to face up against?
Well, yeah, I mean, just anyone that I've never been in the ring with is a good experience, you know, whether it's someone, you know, brand new or someone new. I love just getting in the ring with anyone new because you always learn from it. If they're better than you, you'll learn from them, and if they're worse than you, you'll have to bring them up to your level and you'll get better. But, I mean, currently TNA, I never went one-on-one with Lashley. I'd love to go one-on-one with Lashley. We've been in matches, but never one-on-one. That's pretty much it. He's the world champ now. He's the guy. Drew Galloway, I've never been in there with. I'd love to get in there with him.
Yeah, both men are incredible. Have you faced up against EC3 ever?
I have. Not on television, but on one-night only pay-per-views, and
Wow.
I have one up against him.
That's pretty cool. That is awesome because EC3 Galloway, I mean, they're having one insane feud right now. I like it. I like it. It's very physical and they're just brawling backstage. You know it's bad when you're in a wrestling company. You know it's very brutal. It's a very brutal feud when a wrestling company has to suspend you. I mean, you see everything. You see everything in wrestling, you know, but for, you know, TNA officials having to break them up and suspend them for the week, but last week they came back and they just laid into each other. So I'm excited to see what they do as well tonight.
Exactly. Now that'll be awesome.
Yeah, and for the viewers watching, Impact as is at its new time tonight, Thursday, 8 p.m. on Pop TV. Also, I believe it's on Fight Network as well. You could catch all these guys for sure. Because it used to be Tuesdays at 9. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Do you
No, me too.
Yep. I was thinking too as well. I know Impact made this move to Thursday nights. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. I think it's very good, to be honest, because Impact is one of those shows that it's there for sure. It has all the talent. It has, for me, I think it has the greatest storylines, the greatest matches. Week by week, you guys put your all into everything that you do. In my opinion, I think it is the best. But there's always room to grow, and I feel like on Thursday nights, it can grow even more than what it has. You know? So
I know. I mean, I completely agree. You know, Thursday night now is an open night for wrestling, so why not give the fans something to watch every night? You know, why put two shows on the same night? Now you switch it up to Thursdays. Wrestling fans they get Christmas every week. You know, every single night, every night they get Christmas. They get a wrestling show every night, so it's awesome.
of course,
And Thursday nights to me, it's just a good night for wrestling. I feel that it always has been.
yeah, I mean, you had SmackDown back in the day. You had Impact there a couple of times when they were with Spike and whatnot. I'm not sure if they were on Thursdays with Destination America. I think they were on Wednesdays.
I believe it was Wednesdays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you got like indie events, local indie events. Which brings me to my next question. Any independent wrestling promotions that you currently work a lot in, almost like monthly or so?
No, I wouldn't say. You know, there's a few great promoters out there that I'll always pop in a few times a year. Dave Hero, based out of Milwaukee. And, you know, there's a few others around, but there's none consistent. I'm pretty much all over the place, in the country, out of the country.
That's great. And yeah, like you just mentioned, you did wrestle out of the country. Do you have a favorite location of wrestling, a favorite country or city that...
Well, I love always going to new places. This year alone, I've went to all over the UK. I went to India. I went to South Africa. I went to Chile. Chile right now is one of my favorite places to go. The crowds are crazy. Every few months we run really big shows out there, and I really enjoy going, and the fans take to me well. And then of course the UK, TNA's so big in the UK on Challenge TV that I love going there because again the fans just they don't get to see us that often, and they watch us every week. So when we go, it's very exciting for them.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that sounds amazing. What would make the Chile fans? I mean, I know that they are pretty passionate about wrestling. What would you say is like the best thing about it? Is it the crowd reaction when they cheer? Or, I mean, because I know you
Yeah,
get.
they're just so appreciative. It's not like where they get to see wrestling every week, and when they barely even get it on TV, let alone get to see it in person. So they're just so wild and thankful, and they give all their energy, and they're just very happy to meet the wrestlers, and it's just like a fun experience
Yeah, and you do a
for
lot.
everyone involved.
Of course, yeah. I mean, and you do a lot of VIP. You do a lot of VIP meet and greets as well. I saw a couple of pictures on your Twitter page of you with fans. So it's always very cool to, not only have that interaction on social media, but also to have that face-to-face interaction and really know who your fans are.
Oh yeah, I love meeting fans. It's great. Some people, are into it. I love coming out in intermission or after the shows and talking to the fans. And of course, my merchandise pictures and shirts are always fun to sell and spread the word. But it's always cool meeting fans and hearing their feedback. And I mean, without them, we're nothing. They're the show.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the fans, yeah, definitely. If you don't have a crowd reaction, what do you have? I know what you mean for
Exactly.
sure. Now, also, I was going to go to Slammiversary. I'm from Massachusetts, Everett. I was going to go down to Florida. I really wanted to see Slammiversary, especially a VIP package. A VIP package for $120. You get to go to multiple events, meet and greets. I mean, you get to go to the Slammiversary post-party event after the show. It's incredible. It's such a great
Yeah,
price.
if they had these deals when we were kids, how cool would that have been,
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could have done this when I was a kid, got to meet all the wrestlers and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now that's why wrestling is very, very. I think it's better than it's ever been, to be honest with you. As far as talent, goes, and also, yeah, like you said, we weren't able to do this back in the day. I mean, if we even heard a wrestler like mention something that we knew about, like something mutual between us, we would go crazy for it. Now we actually get to
Exactly.
meet the wrestler and talk to them and interact with them through social media. It's really awesome to have that fan interaction.
It's wild.
So
I agree. It really wild.
yeah, of course. Now, with that VIP, what would you say? Now you get to do a lot of stuff. How would you put a night for the VIP for the people who haven't been to a VIP TNA event?
Just, like you said, at $120, you're getting to go to multiple shows, and you're going to meet your favorite wrestlers. Pictures and autographs. Sometimes you go to a convention alone, and you meet a wrestler. It's $30, $40 for a picture with them and an autograph. Here, you're getting the whole roster pretty much for that price, and great tickets to a show. I mean, it's unmatchable.
It is. It is for sure. And you're also selling merchandise. So you have a Robbie E website. Now, is that where you
Yeah,
generally?
it's www.robbie-e.com. And then also, of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at RobbieEImpact.
Awesome. Yeah. So fans can catch you there. They can also catch you Thursday nights. You and Jesse keep chasing that tag title. You also have Raquel there, so that certainly helps, I'm sure. Just in case Rosemary gets in the way, you got somebody to take care of her now.
Is it true?
That is true, yeah. And yeah, I would love to see you go for a singles title eventually, like you said, down the road. Once you guys have won a tag gold, I really hope people will see you guys as one of the greatest tag teams in wrestling history. To be honest, I think it's special when a tag team can split apart, because you guys did split apart for some time and then get back together and not just be as good as you used to be, but to be even better. I think that really says a lot about the tag team chemistry and just the way you guys work together.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's 2016. We split for a year. We both went our own ways. We got stronger as singles, and now we're bringing that together as a team. So we really are better than ever.
Yeah, and hopefully we get to see you guys. I want to see you guys wrestle in maybe different, like, I don't think I've seen you guys as a tag team wrestle much in certain type of matches, like hardcore ladder matches. And just a quick question before I let you go. What has been maybe your favorite type of match that you've wrestled in? Do you prefer weapons and ladders and tables, or?
I enjoy Ultimate X. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I definitely will tell you I enjoy it. You wouldn't think you'd hear that from me, but I enjoy a little danger and having to step up my game. You know what I mean? And put my body on the line because you never know what could happen. So no, Ultimate X I'm gonna have to go with.
And let's say you get you guys versus Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. They're X Division stars for the most part. I mean, they've wrestled a few, I think one tag match maybe together. But they haven't really been chasing a tag gold. Let's say you guys tag champions, and then they're chasing the gold from you guys. I think that could make for an interesting first ever tag team title Ultimate X match.
Yeah, no, I do also. I think that would be super, super cool. And hey, never say never. Who knows what will happen in time to come.
Yeah, of course. And Ultimate X is something that's been brought in by TNA. Something that you can't really find anywhere else. And I think that's what TNA is all about in the end. It's about giving the fans something different. The wrestling is incredible. The charismatic wrestlers too. Like EC3, yourself, Jesse, everybody basically. Everybody just brings out the best in each other. And I think we've potentially seen one of the greatest matches of the year last week. Eddie Edwards and Bobby Lashley. I mean, those guys just put on an incredible performance.
Yeah, whenever Eddie's in the ring, it's going to be awesome.
It is, and I've had the honor of watching him live a few times. He actually wrestled my cousin up in New England, Brian Fury. They went at it, and that was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. I've seen him at a few independent shows. Very, very good and very honorable guy. Very humble and very respectful as well. So I love that whenever you meet somebody who is down to earth and just loves what they do just to be in the ring.
No, I agree.
So yeah. What was that?
No, I'm just saying I completely agree with you, man.
And tonight they're going to be facing off in a 6 sides of steel for the TNA World Title. Yeah, it's really great. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully Moose and Mike Bennett don't get involved, or possibly Moose and Mike Bennett might get in your way for the tag title, so you guys might have to take care of them,
It's going to be interesting things coming up in TNA, I'll tell you that for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'm going to let you go now. Did you want to plug your social media one more time before we let you go?
Sure. It's Robbie-E.com, and it is at Robbie E Impact at Twitter and Facebook. And I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, anytime. And where can fans buy your t-shirts? Is it Pro Wrestling Tees, your website, and Impact Wrestling Shop, or?
Yeah, it's shoptna.com, or you could go on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Awesome. Well, I'll be purchasing a shirt soon because definitely a big fan of you guys, and I just keep up the great work. I'm very proud of what you guys have become. Just watching you guys every week, the growth of your tag team. I think it's amazing.
I know. All right. Thank you very much, man. I really do appreciate it.
And thank you for coming on. I mean, it means the world to me to have you here as a guest. Somebody so elite in TNA and has really faced the best of the best. So
Hey, you got it, man.
thank you. Well, take care, and yeah, we'll speak to you soon.
All right.
All right, bye. So that was Robbie E. And as he says, two-time X Division champ, television champ, like two-time tag team champ, trying to go for a third with Jesse. He's also teamed with Rob Terry and whatnot. It was pretty cool because when Robbie stepped into the main scene on Impact Wrestling, I believe it was him and Rob Terry they faced against, or maybe it was when he broke up with Rob Terry. It was him and Jesse, I believe, versus Rob Terry and Ronnie from the Jersey Shore. It was pretty cool because TNA also got JWoww involved, they got Ronnie involved, and if you have watched Jersey Shore back in the day, Jenny and Ronnie, they're two of the most aggressive characters that on that show. So it was really cool and very an incredible experience just to talk to Robbie E. Impact is one of the greatest shows that you could watch right now as far as wrestling and everything goes. Tonight we don't know what's expected, to be honest. We have a world title match. However, I mean, we got Lashley, Eddie Edwards, excited to steal, but what's going to happen with the debut of Moose? I mean, Moose, one of Ring of Honor's greatest, is making an impact every Thursday night now with Mike Bennett at his side. I think that would be really cool if Jesse and Moose, the two big power guys, went at it, and then Robbie E could just take care of Mike Bennett. That would be awesome. And tonight we also have the knockouts. We're going to find out the state of the knockouts. Apparently Maria is still in charge of the knockouts. Maybe she won't be after tonight. After what she's been doing with Dixie Carter recently. It's really... I don't blame Dixie Carter for doing what she did. It's only fair. Someone comes in, they want to take over, and then they got a broken hand. They can't compete at your biggest show of the year. I can see why Dixie is disappointed in her investment. However, Mike Bennett, I am very, very impressed with him. I think, he's one of the better wrestlers I've seen as well. So, I'm looking forward to see what he does. The X Division, DJZ is on a roll. Robbie's former partner is on a roll. He won the ladder match against all the other X Division superstars last week to earn a spot at the X Division title, and then he defeated Mike Bennett in the same night. I'm kind of hoping tonight we see something like, alright, this could actually work too. Possibly DJZ is out there, Mike Bennett's mad because DJZ picked up a victory over him, and he's like, what are you trying to one-up me? He sticks Moose on him. Moose goes after DJZ, bromance to the rescue, but I think right now it's really key that the bromance keep their focus on tag titles. I think if they stay focused and if they bring that same ability that they brought last week when they picked up a victory in a 6-man tag, they'll have no problem picking up a win over the tag team champions, the Decay. So we'll find out more tonight on Impact. Stay tuned. Thursday night at 8 p.m. on Pop TV. If you don't know where to find Pop TV, you can go to poptv.com. If they give you a little bar at the bottom, put in your zip code. It will tell you what channel it's on for multiple different cable sources. So go out there, find where Pop TV can be viewed where you are. And if you can't catch it there, stay tuned to Impact. There's also Fight Network. Impact is aired on. And now, a huge announcement. Impact is also going to be aired online in China. So, that's really, really big news for this company going forward. I feel like all eyes are on Impact, especially after the final deletion. And Impact is just taking advantage of it. They're making an impact. They're bringing out the best in everybody. I mean, a ladder match this week, we got Six Sides of Steel. Week after week, it feels like a pay-per-view. Every single show, for instance, I watch Impact every week. So for me, I know how great it is. My buddies, a couple of them haven't seen Impact in quite some time, since maybe '09 or so. I turned it on the DVR for them last week. They were like, oh wow, this is TNA. I said, yeah, a lot has changed for sure. They're like, okay. We watched it, and just feud after feud, match after match, they were impressed. And now this week, they have their DVR set for TNA as well. So just goes to show you, if you do watch TNA, awesome. You are watching probably the best wrestling company in the world right now, in my opinion. If you don't watch TNA weekly, give it a try. It's at its best, honestly. You got guys like EC3, Bobby Lashley, Drew Galloway. They're leading this company as, in the world title picture. And now Eddie Edwards gets a shot at the title. Who knows? He could be a new face of the company, but these guys, Matt Hardy, everybody on that roster, it's like one big family, one big unit, and they're leading it into the next generation. So, yeah, Samoa Joe was great. AJ Styles was awesome. But you can't do anything about what's already gone. So don't dwell on, the past and, we used to have guys like Aries, Daniels, the Motor City Machine Guns. Well, guess what? Now you get the bromance, and they're doing their thing. You know what I mean? If you want Motor City Machine Guns, that's Ring of Honor. But my point is, things change. And change is great. I know sometimes it's hard to cope with it, just because when your favorite wrestling company changes completely, it's difficult. But I feel like TNA right now, they do have that X Division. I mean, Trevor Lee, Andrew Everett, they're some of the best X Division stars I've seen. So give it a try, check it out, let me know what you think, and yeah, tune into Impact. So we'll see you soon. I'm Matt with an edition of the Stack Card interview series. Thank you, Robbie E, for joining us today. Tune into Impact tonight at 8. And wow, yeah, that's crazy. I did this interview by myself. Usually I have my podcast co-host Kevin here. So Kevin had to work today. So yeah, awesome. Thank you guys. And yeah, now I guess I'll have to cut the camera myself since I'm the only one. Take care until round 46 or 7. See, Kevin always tells me what round we're on to. This week, new episode of the Stack Card. Tune in. I think it's round 47. Enjoy. Bye-bye.